Everyone, welcome back to another fragrance review. And of course you can see at the top of the video, this is one from Penhaligon's. It's one of their more expensive range. This is one from the Portraits range, and this one is the Tragedy of Lord George. Yeah, beautiful looking bottle. Got the stag's head comes off, as you can see. Just a sticker on the front with Portraits, Penhaligon's, the name just there. Nice bottle, same sort of bottle as sort of rest of the men's range, but of course you've got this extra a bit on the top. Nice sprayer, bit of a misty sprayer, so you got to spray only quite short, it's good, and that's about it, and it sprays like a mist. So you got to be a bit closer and spray sort of 2 or 3 or 4 on each side, just because you don't get that much in one go. The juice colour, as you can see, is sort of it's like a very subtle brown with green in it. So I don't know if you'll really get that well, but nice bottle all the same, classy, nothing too over the top. Eau de Parfum 100, a 75 milliliter, made in England. So 75 ml. I purchased second hand off of eBay, and they literally had just a couple of sprays out of it. And the advertised has a few sprays missing, almost full, but with a leaky sprayer. So I was like, whatever, if it's that bad, I'll decant it. Got it, yeah, it was pretty much full, right to the top. I think it was somewhere around this £78, I think, off the top of my head. Considering this is now roughly what, 230 or something like that, somewhere around £200 mark anyway, for a bottle, 75 ml. So I had a bargain. When I got it, a little bit of a leaky sprayer just around the sort of bit right there. As soon as I got down maybe 5 mils, stopped. It stopped. I haven't got a leaky sprayer no more. Doesn't leak at all. Don't know what that was. To be honest, how far up it was, it looked like it was almost too full. Like they'd put the juice in, they'd gone a bit too full, and maybe the pressure was coming out. But once you got down a little bit, the sort of pressure inside went away. I don't really know, but it did look rather full to the top of the bottle. Maybe that's what was causing the leak, but I say once I'd use it half a dozen times, that leak completely stopped. So I'm assuming that's what it was. So that's the background story of how I got this for very little money in comparison to what it's worth. But I've still got just over half a bottle left, and so this was completely full. So yes, this is a niche fragrance from a very, very high quality niche fragrance from the house of Penhaligon's. A bit on it here. It was released in 2016, so it's relatively new. Classed as a amber, not really. And there's very little notes on this. Woody notes, brandy, tonka bean and amber, and that's all that's listed. I would say, yeah, brandy, yeah, it's got like a boozy overtone on the top. Tonka bean, yeah, it's got a tonka beany sort of sweetness to it. Amber, I wouldn't necessarily say amber. What this to me smells like, now on the top, is pretty much what you get all the way through its life, apart from one thing, which is a booziness. So it smells as it does all the way through its life, apart from maybe about 20 minutes of a boozy overtone on top of everything else that you get, like you said, like for the rest of its life. So yeah, when you spray it, you get this slightly boozy accord with what you get for the rest of its life, which is think of a very, very high quality posh shaving cream accord. If it was mixed with a like sweet tonka bean and cinnamon. Now cinnamon isn't listed, That's the vibe it gives. It gives off a sweet cinnamon vibe. So you get this sweet tonka bean with it sounds overly sweet and it isn't. I'm just giving you, it's sort of almost like a natural sweetness, think of it like that. So a natural sweetness of tonka bean and cinnamon with a very high quality shaving cream accord. And that's pretty much what you get all of its life, but like I say, on the top when you spray it you get a slightly boozy brandy smell as well, but it doesn't last particularly that long. So apart from that opening, which has that sort of brandy boozy accord, it's linear from there on. So once that brandy boozy side dries down, you pretty much get this linear all the way through of its life. An unusual yet works very well mix and combination of scents right there. You might think a shaving cream with a sweet cinnamon tonka bean, that doesn't quite sound that appealing, trust me. Oh yeah, it is without question very high quality ingredients in this. I mean extremely high quality. You can really tell that they've used the best ingredients that they can get in this. Such an elegant smell. Excuse me while I hydrate. Sorry mate, Rich Mitch, I had to, but yeah, all good fun. Yeah, very nice. But again, say linear once dry down. Once it gets to its drying after about 20 minutes. So this one is an eau de parfum, like I said, 75 mils. For an eau de parfum, at least on my skin, this lasts, most eau de parfums last a long time, and this one certainly does. Easy a 12-hour day for me, and it's still going. I'm not wearing it today, but it still goes after 12 hours. But the best thing about this is in its performance for me is its projection. Projection's really good for an eau de parfum. Most eau de parfums on me don't project that well. Usually for the first hour or so they're fine. Then come close to the skin. This one never really comes that close to the skin. You can smell this one. It's not beast mode, but it's above average on its when it comes to its performance. It's excellent on its longevity and above average on its projection. At least on my skin, this one people can smell it. I have had a few compliments with it, saying it smells good around this area, and there's only me there, and that sort of thing. So there is compliments there. It's not going to be one of those fresh, clean compliments or like mass appealing sort of compliment getter, but you will get compliments with this if you're in the right situation and you're dressed the right way. Now I wear fragrances all over the place, so it depends what I could be wearing my AC/DC shirt and wearing this. Does it really go with it? Not really. It's got more of a dressed up sort of style to the smell, but I don't care. I wear them because I fancy wearing it, and that's the end of it. But like I said, it does go on a more of a when you're poshed up, if you will. You're looking posh, you're looking good, you've had a shave, you got all your best gear on. You know what I mean? You got like a collared shirt on, trousers, some nice shoes. You know, you look in the business, and you're wearing this, that would top it off. Seasons, you could wear this all year round. I wouldn't wear it in the high heat. It's got that sweetness and just that tonka beany thing going on. It doesn't really go, and cinnamon and that. High heat, no. If you're dressed up summer nights and it's a cooler night, yeah, fine. The rest of the year, yeah, fine. It's got longevity and projection for the rest of the year. Even pretty much, I would say, even in winter, maybe one or two more sprays on clothing, and you're good to go in winter as well. You know, it does stick to the skin pretty well. Now, although this is more of a dressed up, so therefore I would say 25 and up. Why the age is a little lower? Because it doesn't smell dated in any shape or form. It doesn't smell old manish. It doesn't smell particularly mature, but it doesn't smell youthful either. You know, it's got a bit of both. It's got just a classiness to it that any sort of age could wear if they was wearing a nice, you know, like collared shirt and so. So if you was even 21 and you know you're going somewhere and you're having to dress like that, all the way to an older man, all the way through the ages, you could wear this one. It's just one of those that's easy to wear for anybody. It does come off masculine, especially with the cinnamon and the shaving cream. The most ladies obviously don't smell of shaving cream because they don't shave the faces, not as much as men do. So that shaving cream accord with the booziness and the cinnamon. There's an undertone as like a woods backing everything up, but you don't really get that in the air. So it is definitely more of a masculine, not your traditional masculine. This is like you just said, like a clean, slightly sweet fragrance. So it's more like a modern masculine, if you will, without going feminine, without using like iris and all that kind of stuff. It's still masculine notes, but it's modernised a bit with sweetness. But it's only a touch of sweetness. It's nothing crazy. So I think I've touched on this, everything I really need to tell you. It's beautiful stuff. If you can ever get a sample of this, I mean, even for the price that it's going for right now, you know, full retail, if you just want one fragrance, which is going to be for special occasions, dressed up, and you want something that smells very expensive and worth the £200 that you pay for it, and you want to smell luxurious like that and expensive, and when you're dressed up, it is a good option. I would even say it's worth the, say, £200 you have to pay for it if you're going to use it for those sort of situations. Now, again, we'll wear this when I feel like it because I didn't pay retail for it, so I just use this as and when I want. Now, if I'd have paid retail for this, I would probably use it for those reasons only, just due to the cost. One of the best from Penhaligons, in my opinion. I haven't tried all of this range as yet. There's some I haven't tried, so I want some samples of those, and maybe some of those will be purchased in the future. Once this bottle goes, I won't rebuy because I'm more than likely would have to pay full retail for it, and that's generally not what I want to do. It's such an expensive fragrance, you know. Oh, it's not overly expensive, you know, around the £200 or so. But I'd rather pay that £200 for another one from the range, which I haven't owned. I will be sampling some and then making a choice from them of what I'll be purchasing next in this line. But I'll sample first, and then I'll use the money that this is for full retail and buy the next one to try. If it wasn't as expensive and I didn't like any of the rest of the range as much as this, yeah, I would rebuy this at full retail. So that's it. Let me know if you've tried this. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Have you tried it? Have you not tried it? Whatever the comment may be, leave it below. I'll answer if I can, or as soon as I can. Thanks very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. As always, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I'll see you again soon on the next fragrance review.